Hello everybody, welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 488, we're going to talk about Carah the Bold. Now, 5 mana, 3/3 Human Knight. Both of those, both those creature types matter. Not in this deck, but they do. Whenever Carah or an instant or sorcery you control deals damage to a player, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn, and of course, she's a plinker. So, obviously we want to have a lot of instants and sorceries that deal damage. So we want to play Burn. Now, I tried my best to make this different from Torbrand, even though there is totally a Torbrand in the deck. But it is mono red, and they both kind of deal with, helping damage. So there's a little bit of crossover, not a lot. So first, let's look at the instant sorcery part of it. Instant sorcery deals damage. So there was 3 cards that come to mind. Number 1 was, of course, the Sphinx Bone Wand. Yes, 7 mana is a whole lot. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you can put a charge counter on the wand. If you do, it deals damage with number of counters on it. So we're already going to be heavy into instants and sorceries. So now I wanted to do like other instances, not just damage dealing, but other versions. Now, Dynavote Tower, similar, not quite as good, but still similar. I do like the tower because protection from red is a thing. So the tower is actually what deals the damage. Now, granted, you've got to tap it, so if its toughness is more than 3, you're kind of, But anyway, it's another way to, and it is only 3 mana. Sentinel Tower is more of a storm card. Now, I had started with a storm element. You'll see it ribbon through the deck. It's not a lot. I didn't have like a lot of the red rituals, Rite of Flame, Seething Song, Desperate Ritual, yeah. But whenever an instant or sorcery spell is cast during your turn, the tower deals damage to any target equal to 1 plus the number of instant sorcery spells cast before it. Now, is every deck I build going to want that dang artifact, the pay 50, deal 50 Storm Life Gain thing? And somehow I'm never going to remember what the name of that card is anyway. But anyway, let's look through. I only have 3 mana cards here, so Star Compass. Pyretic Ritual is going to help, but the Ironcrag Feat, my logic here was that the 4 gets us the 7 to play the Bone Wand. Now, it probably ain't going to happen like that, but, hey. Which, by the way, this is a decent card, I feel like. But let's face it, the art does not match the card. The art is gorgeous. But is it just me, or does the art make you think of, when we saw the art the first time, during spoiler season, I thought, oh my gosh, it's like a Super Stoneforge. She's going to bring back all the equipment. And then we get this, and there has nothing to do with equipment whatsoever. Anyway, let's look at creatures. Sure, why not? Because we don't have that many. The aforementioned Torbrand, mainly because it's going to help out our damage spells, and our Plinking Commander now deals 3. So that's neat. Yes, we're running the Gutter Snipe, Kiln Fiend, Monastery Swiftspear. The Electrostatic Field was similar, and the Thermo Alchemist, ported over from the Torbrand deck. The Fire Servant is like super good in this particular build, just because, a double. And the last creature is Satyr Fire Dancer. Whenever instant or sorcery control deals damage to an opponent, the Fire Dancer deals that much damage to target creature that player controls. So That's kind of neat. Now, let's look at some damage, shall we? First and foremost, we are building a damage deck. There's no way that we cannot start with without a lightning bolt, right? I mean, we got to have lightning bolt. So lightning bolt, chain lightning, lava spike, shock, gut shot. There's grape shot just in the off chance, because there is a possibility that we could actually luck into some storm action because of our commander's ability. Flame jab is another good one. Yeah, I know it only deals 1 damage, but that retrace is so strong. And the ability to just discard a land and pay 1 to deal 1 or 3 or however much it's doing at the time. Firebolt, lava dart. Obviously, you can see that I put a emphasis on the 1 mana. Pillar of Flame, Searing Touch, Galvanic Blast, Spark Jolt, and then I think we get up into the 2 mana. Yeah. Skullcrack. Skullcrack's amazing. That can't gain life, damage can be prevented. Oh, yeah. And then take 3. Lightning Strike. The better Lightning Strike, Incinerate. Magma Jet. Thunderbolt. I like the versatility of Thunderbolt. I was hugely in love with this when it came out in Weatherlight. I was like, it's 3 or 4. Wow, because 4 was that magic number. Because, Lightning Bolt was standard, or was Type 2 at the time, and Lightning Bolt could just about kill anything except for that 4 toughness creature. And this did it. Now, Price of Progress is just a big spell. I mean, this is obviously what you want late game, where everybody's got tons of lands. Because we play in the non-basicest format that there is. I mean, we really do. Because we have access to every duel ever made. Stagger Shock. 2 now, 2 later. I like it. Rift Bolt is 3, but let's face it, it ain't 3, and we all know it. Right? Fiery Temper. Skewer the Critics. There again, it's 3, but it's probably not 3. Red Sun Zenith. And then Sudden Impact is always good to keep that blue player honest, right? Can't have them drawing too many cards. Hey, that puts us right over here to drawing cards, doesn't it? So we're going to have a Faithless Looting. Try to use as many instants and sorceries doing it as possible so that it kind of triggers our instant sorcery jazz. Wild Guess. Tormenting Voice. Thrill of Possibility. Obviously with these Eldraine decks, I'm trying to use as many Eldraine cards as possible where they fit, And, this is another Tormenting Voice. Risk Factor. Now, I like Risk Factor as opposed to Browbeat because you get to target a player. And at a table full of players, you can target the person that you think is most likely to let you draw 3. Or most likely to take 4 if that's what you want to do. Yeah, most of the time you want to draw 3, but in this particular deck, card advantage is kind of built into our commander. And then I am running 1 artifact in Endless Atlas. 2 to cast, 2 to activate to draw a card. But you can only use this ability if you control 3 or more lands with the same name. Now, we are running all basic mountains. There are no non-basic lands. So, Endless Atlas was kind of a good fit. That actually came after the other reason why is because I'm running the Blood Moon. I mean, there's no reason to not to, right? Blood Moon buys you time. It shuts down a lot of things. It's good early. It's good late. I mean, it's just a great card. I don't have to tell you all that. Everybody knows Blood Moon's awesome. Ley Line of Punishment. Players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. So, That's a beautiful thing. Now, one thing that I know Morrow is not a judge, but I listen to his podcast quite a bit, and one recurring thing that he keeps saying is can't always beats can. Now, I'm not exactly certain how that applies with timestamp order. If any of y'all are judges, please help me out here. Um, I've been reading up on the documents, but it's just not. So, can't beats can. Oh, I was headed somewhere. I really was. So, if the creature has protection from red, well, it doesn't matter, det, because I can't target it. I can't target it anyway. Or if it has prevent all damage from a red source, there's not that many cards. I don't foresee that situation coming up a whole lot, and I'm the kind of player that I'm not above if we don't know how to do something. I will flip a coin or whatever. Um, Jaya's Venerated Fire Mage. It does the 1+ damage thing. Increasing Vengeance. Copy it, and then if you flashed it back, you get to copy it twice. So, but the downside to Increasing Vengeance is you copy the instant sorcery you control, so you can't get 2 copies of their spell. Molten Vortex. It turns every land you draw into a shock. Torbrand kind of helps that out. So does Jaya. So it's just a way to get some use out of your extra lands because, let's face it, we're playing mono red burn. There comes a point in time where every mountain you draw is a dead card. At least the Molten Vortex says, well, it's not entirely dead. But let's talk about Arcbond. Now, I've been looking for a place to work in Arcbond since I got it at the Fate Reforged pre-release. Okay? Choose target creature. So, okay. Whenever that creature is dealt damage this turn, it deals that much damage to each other creature and each player. Each creature, each player. So we're going to take the damage too. That's fine. I'll take 5 if everybody else is taking 5. I am sweet with that. So it does have the value of being an instant. And it's not just our spells that it can work on. You choose target creature. So if a creature, if there's combat you're not involved in, if somebody's doing a blasphemous act, oh yeah, hook me up for that. Blasphemous act would be amazing in this deck, by the way, but I don't have another copy. Evidently, I have used a lot of my mono red staples over the years. So let's look at removal. Now, these are instants and sorceries, every one, but they only deal damage to the creature. The player is not an option. Flame Slash is good. It's 4 damage for 1 mana. E-Bolt is good. Oh, I'm sorry, Electrostatic Bolt. Blazing Salvo. Now, Blazing Salvo is, in this particular deck, normally you don't want to play cards that give your opponent the choice because they're always going to choose the choice that is best for them and not you. But most of the time in this particular deck, you don't care. Look, I'm going to deal 3 damage to that creature or it's going to deal 5 to you. I'm sweet either way. Fiery Impulse. Lava Coil. Then we've got some sweepers like Pyroclasm. Now, the sweepers do get a little better if you've got the Torbrand or the J or whatever, Slag Storm. I like this one. Player or creature. And Chain Reaction. Now, I don't... Chain Reaction probably doesn't need the damage bump, but I can see it helping. I mean, more damage is never bad, right? Then, of course, I have 2 artifact removal spells in Shatter and Smelt. So that is what I've got for it. Now, I'll admit, it's Carah does not hold my attention like Torbrand does. So, let's get out my. Try to work these together so that I can make it a lot easier playing. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I foresee some possibility of problems with the deck, but let's get our energy card in there. But yeah, as I get cards like the Blasphemous Act or what have you, I'll probably go ahead and put those in there. There we go. And Sir Carah is done. Carah, it's kind of funny. Today is my niece's birthday. Her name is Carrie, so 48's done. We have got 12. Well, I guess 12 more for includes 500, so 11 to 499. I've picked out deck number 500. Angus McKenzie. Weird glare-ish kind of thing. But anyway, started building it. I have a very super specific theme for it. It's something I don't normally do, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I feel like it's something I need to do. Anyway, who's next? I don't have anything already built. I've got to finish a deck before. I guess I can do that today. Still, Kenrith here. Yeah. Yeah, Kenrith's got 2 cards in his box. I was wanting to do the Monty Python, the Holy Grail thing, because he looks a lot like, the Monty Python King, let's face it, Arthur. But, to be honest with you, I've tried now twice to watch that movie again. I mean, we watched it when we were kids, but I can't seem to stay awake through it. It is not holding my interest, and I don't know that I can translate enough to make a deck, playable. I don't know. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do. Heck, I may do Tribal Nobles. Just depend on what I feel at the time. But, anyway. Build some decks. Now, I may... What is that? 1, 2, 3. There are 7 decks left in Eldraine. So, 7's not going to get us up to 500. So, maybe I'll finish some of these. I don't know. Now, it's like I have been here lately slowly acquiring elf cards. Well, I say acquiring. I've just been finding them because obviously I go through the binders and I'm oh, hey, that's an elf card. Oh, hey, that's an elf card. So there's enough stuff there to like build a tribal elf deck or a good start of one. I don't know. What's it been 100 decks since I built an elf deck? I don't know if there's an elf command. Oh, Kesa. Yeah. Anyway, I'm telling you that because here before too long, the Eldraine train's going in, and I'll have to we'll go back to, oh my gosh, I'll be caught up. I say not really caught up, but for a while, Wizards was printing legends faster than I could build the decks, and now there's this lull. Now, depending on what the mystery pack is, or the game nights thing doesn't have legends in it, or, well, it doesn't have new legends in it. So that's one product dodged. The unbox, unsanctioned, I don't do silver border. And then that mystery pack, which we legit have no clue what the mystery pack is. You want to hear my thoughts on the mystery pack? I think it's brilliant. I do. But I I hope it's not. I hope they didn't print anything. I hope they just took whatever cards they had from whatever sets and put it in the chute and says go. Anyway, that's a different topic. Um, that's all I got for today. I do appreciate y'all watching, but right now, it's time to shuffle and cut.